Okay. Let me do a test. Let me do a test and see if I am live because it says that I am, but I'm not too sure if I am. So it's been a while since I have done a live. So just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm just doing a test because let's see here. No, it doesn't say that I am live. So let's see. Okay, y'all. So I am live. I do see the YouTube saying I'm live. So I am going to get my camera going. So I just wanted to go. One, I was testing it, but seeing that it's working, I'm going to get you guys ready because next week I am going to go on True Manly's platform, and we're going to go talk more in depth about it. I haven't gone live for a long time, so I said, let me just set this up myself. And I was testing it out, and I do see that I am indeed live. So let me just get my camera going. Now, I want to bring on a guest that, let me see, it's in the chat. So be able to bring the person on their video. Now, for many of you that may not know, Burkina Faso has launched their bond, and I found out about this bond because of True Mamley's page, and she shared the video about the Diaspora bond. And what we're going to do is I've already reached out to the Burkina Faso embassy here in Canada. And they've done a Zoom already for Canadians. And I had the opportunity to have a one-on-one with the outreach team. So I have already done the process and I've already submitted the paperwork to buy the bonds. So it is open to all diasporas. At first, I thought it was specific to the citizens of Burkina Faso that's in the diaspora after I got feedback. But then they corrected me and said, no, it's for all diasporas, including citizens that's in Canada, but also all anybody that wants to assist. So that is what I guess this is a teaser. So the teaser is just for you to be aware that next week, I think we're going to do it on the 2nd, next week on the 2nd, around 4 p.m. Eastern time, which would be Toronto time. It would be 9 p.m. in Great Britain time, and in Burkina Faso, it would be around 7 p.m. their time, because I know Burkina is 4 hours ahead. So no, that'll be 8 p.m. 8 p.m. because I'm doing it 4 p.m. my time. So 8 p.m. Burkina time, and it'll be 9 p.m. Britain time. Next, on the 2nd next week, we're going to go live. And it's going to be on True Mamley's platform, YouTube channel. I'll put the link to the video that she did about the bond. I'll do a video on that. I'll share her video on that in the description, and then we would go live next week. So I just want to get you prepared for it in regards to that. Now, the deadline to purchase the bond would be next, it's on the 6th. June 6th is the end of when it is. At that time, when I'm on True Mamley's page, you're going to see my face and all that stuff. Right now, this is not about me. This is just about testing the platform, because there are some future interviews that's going to be done, and then you get to see my lovely face for those of you that thinks it's lovely. And we're also going to start doing some more interviews. I do have local Burkinabés that I met while I was there, and they are eager to make sure that we here in the diaspora know the true content of things that's happening. For example, there was on social media, there was an imam that was arrested, and we heard different conflicting stories. I have Burkina Faso, who are right there. I'm say on the ground, but they're very familiar with what happened, and they're actually telling me exactly what was taking place and what occurred. So we are definitely going to assist Burkina Faso, the AES in totality, in getting the correct narratives out there. Shout out to what's happening in Senegal. We know that there's a lot of movements there. So Senegalese residents, if I pronounce that incorrectly, please beg pardon. We're also going to share information on that as best as we can. Now, my guest from Burkina Faso, he is bilingual, so that will be a added bonus, having someone that is able to communicate in English and French, so they can definitely ask questions for those who are in French, who want to speak, who are speaking French and want to contribute to the conversation. So his name is Dasanda Burgu. He would be translating what I'm saying in French, and then the floor will be open for anybody who is French to ask questions, and then he would be able to answer for them and then translate what he said to the audience. So it's going to be very interesting. We're learning as we go. We're going to figure it out as we go. And we're also going to have other Burkinabés present, those who are just French speaking only. Dasanda will definitely be able to translate what they're saying, and vice versa. So it's gonna work. It's gonna happen. I just want you to be aware, for you to get yourselves ready, get your accounts ready. I could tell you right now that one of the criteria that you definitely have to get yourself ready for. Make sure you have your identification valid, your passport valid, because that's going to be part of setting up your account for you to be able to purchase the bond. So if you need to start transferring funds, start transferring funds right now. I can tell you that if you're already having an account in Burkina Faso, or I guess any country in the continent that is affiliated with the banks that they're using, you're good to go. If you're in the diaspora and you've not created an account, and I'm not going to make it state that everybody is that way, because I know many that I've met when I was in Burkina Faso with my trip with ADDI, many diasporas already have African bank accounts because they're already making a transition. So for those in the diaspora that has not, um, that is in the process and you don't have any accounts opened, I can tell you what you'll be needing is a valid photo ID, as well as your, I think it's the minimum to open is 50,000 franc CFAs, which in conversion is about $90 Canadian American. So um, just make sure you have that ready. So it's $90 to open the account, and then to purchase the bond, the minimum is 10,000 franc CFAs, which is, when you convert it, it's approximately $20 American per bond. So just get that, just to get that ready, because again, they're closing it on June 6th. So when we have the live in full and we have everything ready to present on the 2nd, don't wait until the 2nd to start getting things in order. Start to get your ducks in a row now. So um, passport valid, or any national, identification cards. If you don't have your valid passport, if you have, a valid ID that is governmental approved by your government, so the American government or Canadian government. So here in Canada, you have your driver's license, right? Um, that will be fine, valid driver's license. And you're going to need 2 passport photos to accompany with the paperwork. So go out now and get your 2 passport pictures taken, get that going. Okay. Have that ready, because that will be part of the process. I'm thinking about what else I had to send. I sent passport picture. I also sent my government ID, and then they would ask you to choose what type of account, and again, get your money ready so that you can send it to Burkina Faso. Here, I've already tested and I've been able to send money to Burkina Faso. I'll share with you the app that I used here in Canada to send funds to Burkina Faso, and I've been successful in doing that. I hope my mic is on, because all this time I'm talking. Yes, my mic is on. Okay, good. So I've been successful in sending funds to Burkina Faso. I've sent funds 3 times to 2 different recipients just to test it out. So it is working. So you have the ability to do the bank transfer or orange money, which is what they, one of the current mechanisms that they send and receive money in the continent, specifically Burkina Faso, as we're talking about it. You can also do an app, which again I'll share with that. You can do cash. So get your funds ready again, so you'll be able to send it to them directly, or if you have somebody local in Burkina Faso, you can send it to them and they can deposit for you. That is the route that I'm doing, just to cut down on the time. The app that I use, it sends it within instantly in some cases. In another case, it took about 4 to 5 hours, I believe, in one case. And another test that I did, because I did 3 tests. Another test was, let me just look it up. One was, I believe it was 14 to 16 hours was the longest time that it took. And then another time frame was instant, in it being transmitted. So let me just see here. Yeah, so it takes, yeah, so one transaction was immediate, like in about a couple minutes. Another transaction took about 4 to 5 hours. and then another transaction took about 14 to 16 hours. So it varies. So my whole point is to say, get your funds now ready. Now, for me, if you have like mutual funds, for it is about Canada, I don't know about the US, but if you have funds locked into like an investment portfolio, it may take you between 24 to 48 hours the next business day for it to be in your account. So if the stock market closed at 4 p.m., that's just, global. If you change the money, if you put the request in now for the monies to now go into your account, when the market open the next day, then it's going to take 24 hours, so you'll get it the day after. So right now, for example, it is the 28th. It is now 4:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Toronto time. The market is closed. So if I do a transfer, let's say from mutual funds or any type of investment that you had, and you are now wanting to move the money, anything I do now is going to be marked for the next day, for tomorrow when the market's open. So when the market's open tomorrow, which would be on the 29th, it now would be in my account by the next business day, which would now be, I believe, it would be the 30th based on calculations, right? So that's just what I'm saying. Whatever you need to move now, because yes, it'll be on the first. So anything is done tonight or today when the market is closed, for you to do a request for any mutual funds or any investments, for you to sell any of that, to make it cash, to make it liquidable, for you to be able to have your liquid funds, for you to be able to use it, it would usually take 24 hours, the next business day. So if you do it now, when the markets open tomorrow is when they get the ticket for them to do the transfer, and it will be available in the next business day, which would be the 1st of June. So again, the deadline for purchasing the bond is on the 6th. So it's best for you to have your money, get your money ready now for you to be able to do the transfer. I'm sending it to a trusted Burkina Bay local. I will share, you will be able to get that person information if you want to use them directly. And then they will deposit it into your account for you if you're sending it through the app. Or as I said, you'll be able to do bank to bank, whatever suits you. We'll go into more detail about that when we do the live on True Mamley's platform on the 2nd. Okay, so this is what to keep in mind. This is going to be a very short test and a short live. So this is what you keep in mind. The diaspora bond for Burkina Faso is live. It's been live. It's been alive since, I believe, May 6th, and it ends June 6th. I have reached out to the Burkina Faso ambassador here in Canada. I've communicated with them. They've done a Zoom for Canadians, and I had the honor of having a one-on-one with the embassy, with the outreach team, to ask them questions. I had my local Burkina Bay translator on the line with me because we did virtual, have all the questions asked and answered. I have gone through the process of filling out the form, sending in my identification. They respond to you within 24 hours, and then they send you the email for you to send in all of your documents. So get yourself ready. So the time frame would be, we do the live on the 2nd. Anybody who's ready to go, you get your stuff ready on this, you do the stuff on the 2nd. Then after that, you send in, after you fill out their form, within 24 hours, they send you back. So 2nd, 3rd is going to send it back to you on the 3rd. And then you send in your documents and all of that. So you should already have your funds and ready to go. So by the 4th, when they tell you to send the funds in, you send the funds in via the app, via the bank to bank, and they would get it in time. Now I'm looking at the time now, and even I'm talking about it, it seems very close, very, very tight, very, very tight. So you know what I'm going to do in the description, I'm going to put the link. So I'm going to put a couple links for those who listen to this live and you're not easily distracted because you don't see a face, because the world has gotten you so used to, I need to see a face and I need to be stimulated. Just listen to the content, listen to the message. Okay. So for those of you who stayed so far, what I'm going to do in the description, I'm going to post a link to True Mamley's YouTube video that gave the announcement of the bond. Then I'm going to put the link for the Burkina Faso, the bond, the website for the bond itself for you to read. When you click on it, it's going to say French, but at the top, you're going to see FR for French and then EN for English. You click on it, it's on the website. It changes everything over into English for you to read it. And then as you scroll down, you already have all the information as to the different package. There's two options for you to choose if you want 5 years or 7 years. Everything is just going to be in English. If you want, you can start the process in sending out the request for them, because they get back to you within 24 hours. You get the email back from the bank that is facilitating this bond for the diaspora. Okay. You can start the process. You're going to scroll down, you're going to click which of the 2 financial institutions you want to use. I will put the link for the one I used in the description as well, because I don't speak French. So if I say it, I am going to butcher the name. Okay. I know I'm going to butcher the name. So I'm going to put the link also in the description as to the institution I used. And again, for that institution, you're going to see the ability to see the form in English and French. You're going to click on, English, and it's going to convert the form into English for you. You fill out everything and then you submit everything, and then they get back. So if you want to be proactive and you want to get yourself ready before the 2nd to get your paperwork and everything ready by the 2nd, then great. Right? You don't need to wait for us. You can wait for us on the 2nd just to be a part of the live and, know more. But honestly, it is very self-explanatory in regards to the website. But I'm still want to do the live with True Mamley because you may still have questions. So what you can do is fill out the form. Filling out the form is not saying you're locked in. Right? You fill out the form, but at least they have you in the system. You would get an email from them within the 24 hours. So then you hold on to the email, you watch our live. At the end of the live, then you're ready to go. Bam, 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 bam. You send in your documents, you're ready to go, because they've already gotten you in the system. They've already reached out to you. They're going to tell you what you need to send, which is exactly what I'm telling you need to send. And you can wait until the 2nd now to get all of the questions answered and asked and answered, and then you can now just submit, and your money is ready to go, your document is ready to go. So you're good to go. You definitely will meet the deadline of the 6th. So how about we do that? All right. Now, so yes, so that's what it is. Thank you for hanging. Thank you for not being so conditioned to social media requirements of faces and all of this good stuff. So thank you for that. And we are going to end my live. I did not want it to be long. I really just started it as a test, and it is 23 minutes. Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna end. I'm gonna test something out too. I'm gonna test it with my song. My song, if you've been watching my other videos. Let me get my song going. Here it is. So this is from my nephew, Presh, the real Presh. Thank you for hanging with me. I
gave them my all that I've got, and then they go, painting me black, then no grey retire. Oh, I'm Messiah, tell them how you feel. You shake and lose and break and build, you know go with